We got 16 heel horses, 4 years and younger, that we're going to get through here. Here be hip number 54. Let's go with Keely Bonnett. Keely Bonnett is riding one for Taylor Sherry and Colton Clausen. This is High Voltage Rooster. They call him a wingman. Again, a 4-year-old from out of Mr. Electric Spark. Here's the second hip 54 in your 4-year-old heel horse division. There we go. And it's going to be a 755, a 755 in the field. A 221 for hip number 54. That was Keely Bonnett and High Voltage Rooster. All right, we are watching hip 55. This is Max Smith. Going to be a leg. It's going to be a 786 plus the leg, a 786 plus the leg. That's Max Smith aboard Hickory's Blue Spade. They were at 212.7, 212.7. And here be hip number 58. Hip number 58, we're looking at Dry Pep Holodoc. Yellow. This is Tristan Woolsey is back, owner-operator. Tristan Woolsey and Cora Borman, the owners. Tristan going to be doing the hailing, obviously. There you go, bud. It's going to be a 7-4-8, 7-4-8 in the field. 218.1, 218.1 for round number 1. And Dry Pep Holodoc Yellow and Tristan Woolsey. Let's go to hip number 59. Here's Friday. Outshine You by Sailing on the Top. This is a horse owned by Rick Butler and Casper Roy. Casper doing the roping. Outshine You. Yeah, and they're going to be cleaning the field with a 933, 933. 218.7, 218.7 is your score for Casper Roy and Outshine You, hip number 59. Hip number 60, Carter Ballin is back with Give a Little Bit. A little bit is what they call him. Breeders Elite eligible 4-year-old. Been a pleasing horse right from the start. Give a Little Bit out of Blew 'Em Away from the Ballin family. All right, it's going to be an 8-1-1 plus the barrier, 8-1-1 plus a barrier. 205.9, 205.9 for Carter Ballin and a little bit. Let's go to hip number 61. Hip number 61. Keely Bonnett is back on another Hickory Holly time. 4-year-old gelding. DT not so little anymore. Lily. And they're going to pull a leg out with a 7-1-5, 7-1-5 plus that 5. 215.9, 215.9 for Keely Bonnett and a DT, not so little anymore. Hip number 61. Hip number 62, we're going to go to tough. This is Steel and Dakota Rose. Brought to us by Jason Blackmore. He is the owner. He is the rider. Here is your 4-year-old stallion. We're going to get to the post on one. It's going to be an 11-09, 11-09 for Jason and Steel and Dakota Rose. They call him tough. One of your 4-year-old studs you're going to see today. It's going to be a 212. 212 for hip number 62, Steel and Dakota Rose. Let's go to hip number 63. Hip number 63, High Sailin' Boonsmall. Logan Spady, the owner-operator here of this 4-year-old mare he calls Fancy. High Sailing Witch is what this mare is out of. Again, we are in the 4-year-old heel horses. Again, they are chasing that 221. Keely Bonnett set back at hip number 54 a few moments ago. Here is a 7-67, 7-67 for Logan. 221.4. What do you think of that? 221.4 for High Sailing Boonsmall and Logan Spady. Let's go with hip number 64. Hip number 64 is Weaver's Tough MS Boone. Murata. This is a horse owned by Clinton Kayla Weston. Devin Wigmeyer doing the riding here today. Clint, of course, on the front end with the horse we just watched a few moments ago. Well, there's a pair, and there's a 905, a 905. A 217, 217 even for the Westons and Weavers Tough MS Boone. Let's go to hip number 66. This is Ozzie Butler. Casper Roy's aboard Rick Butler's. Ozzie Butler out of BSR Butler's main man. Breeders Elite eligible here. Doug Wilkinson, the breeder on this horse here. Well, they're on a bit of a stronger one here. And they get faced at a 10.99, 10.99 on the stronger end of things. 212.6, 212.6. Let's go to hip number 67. Hip number 67, Z-Bar Royal Sailor. Frosty is brought to us by Rhett Havron is here again, owner-operator of Z-Bar Royal Sailor. Z-Bar and Royal King, the daddy to this good colt. Walker Galloway being on the front end here. I believe these two have been roping all year together. They're going to be 923, 923, 211.8, 211.8. All right, let's go to hip number 68. Hip number 68, Wrangler's Jetfire. Tristan Woolsey is aboard Fallen West Ranch. That's Chad Thompson is the owner. Here's a 4-year-old gelding going back to Smokin' Boonsmull. Wrangler's Jetfire, they call him G. Hip number 68. Love it when you can see these 4- and 5-year-olds out in production. And what I mean by that, going to the rodeos, going to jackpot ropings, open ropings. Yes, sir. It's going to be a 6 and 34, 6 and 34. Well, it's a 221.2, a 221.2 for Tristan Woolsey and Wrangler's Jetfire. We're going to go back to the start here, friends. Let's go back to hip number 53. We're going to kick it off with round number 2 in your 4-year-old heel horse division. Carter Ballin is going to be back on I'd Blow You Away. Born and bred at the Ballin Ranch, sired by their top-producing stallion and out of a great-producing daughter of the great rope horse sire Zan Jack II. Unofficially, Logan Spady aboard High Sail in Boonsmull is our go-around leader with a 221.4. Well, they got her done that time with the 13 and 9, 13 and 9, 204.6, 204.6 for Carter Ballin and I'd Blow You Away, hip number 53. Hip number 55, Hickory's a Blue Spade. Here's Mac Smith back on a Brooke Pomerantz horse. Brooke has built him start to finish. Real easy going gelding. Mac has used him at the World Series Ropens. Says nothing bothers him. Mac Smith, the rider, Telfoil, going to be helping out on the front end. Well, they get a fresher one here this afternoon. Pull a leg out of it, and it's going to be a 979 plus 5, 979 plus 5. 213.8, 213.8 with 2 down there for Mac Smith and Hickory's Blue Spade. Over the page we go. Let's go to hip number 57. Hip number 57 is going to be SAQ, Tough and Stylish. This is a Chuck Bond horse being ridden by Ty Gordon here today. Started on the head side, headed over to the heel side. Of course, Levi Simpson helping out at the front end. Good job, fellas. It's going to be a 6 and 7-4, 6 and 7-4. 215.8, 215.8 for Ty Gordon and SAQ, Tough and Stylish. Let's go to hip number 58. Hip number 58, Tristan Woolsey aboard Dry Pep Holodoc. Here's what he calls yellow 4-year-old gelding by Tristan Woolsey and Cora Borman. Was a 218.1 on the first round. And they're going to be clean with an 8 to 45, 8 and 45. Well, 218.6, 218.6 to go with that 218.1 from round number 1. There's 2 down there as well. Let's go to hip number 59. Hip number 59, Outshine You. They call him Friday. 4-year-old gelding from Rick Butler and Casper Roy. Casper doing the roping. 218.7 on the first steer. Yes, sir. Going to be a 725, a 725, a 222.8. Got to like that one. 222.8 for Casper Roy and Outshine You. Let's go to hip number 60. Hip number 60, your Breeders' Elite eligible 4-year-old gelding from Carter Ballin. The Ballins are back with another good one here. Give a little bit. They call him a little bit. Was a 205 and 9. 2059 in the first round. Well, it's going to be a 796 plus 5, 796 plus the 5. 211.1, 211.1. For Carter Ballin and give a little bit. Let's go to hip number 61. Hip number 61. Keely Bonnett is back on a Hickory Holly time called DT and not so little anymore. 215.9 in the first round. Man, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I like them Hickory Holly times. Here is a 781, a 781. 219.2, 219.2 for Keely Bonnett and DT and not so little anymore. Let's go to hip number 62. Hip number 62, Steel and Dakota Rose. They call him tough. Here is your 4-year-old stallion. Jason Blackmore is back with the one and only 4-year-old stallion in the offering here today. Cat Blues DR is what this stud is out of. Well, they're going to bring 2 out of there, and it's going to be $9.99, 9 and 9.9 in the field. 214.6, 214.6 for Jason Blackmore and Steel and Dakota Rose. Let's go to hip number 63. Hip number 63, High Sailing Boonsmall. Fancy's been ridden and owned by Logan Spady. We're at 221.4. 221.4 in the first round. Believe that was your go-around winner. Well, a 681, a 681 for Logan Spady. 220.7, 220.7 for Logan Spady and High Sailing Boonsmall. Let's go to hip number 64. Hip number 64, Weaver's Tough MS Boone. Murata being ridden today by Devin Wigmeyer. Owned by Clint and Kayla Weston. Of course, Clint doing the heading here, helping out. 4-year-old mare from the Weston camp. A 217 in the first round, a 217. Well, they're going to shave some time off with a 6 and 2 1 or 7. 6 and 2 7. 219.3 for Devin Wigmeyer, the Westons, and Weaver's Tough MS Boone. Let's go to hip number 66. We're going to go to Ozzie Butler. Ozzie Butler being ridden by Casper Roy here today, owned by Rick Butler and Casper Roy. Here they were 212.6 in the first round. There it is, 631, a 631 plus 10 with that pesky barrier. 211.7, 211.7 for Casper Roy and Ozzie Butler, hip number 66. Let's go to 67 now. Here be Z-Bar Royal Sailor. Here's Red Havern back on the Z-Bar and Royal King bred. 4-year-old gelding. Comes from the Gates Ranch out there north of Rimbey, Alberta. That's where he was bred and born. Purchased from Braden Duggett last winter. Been a joy to be around is all they say. $760 plus 10, 205.9, 205.9. Let's go to hip number 68. Hip number 68, Wrangler's Jetfire. Tristan Woolsey's back on this Smokin' Boonsmall bred Fallen West Ranch. That's Chad Thompson owned horse. They were at 221.2, 221.2 in round number 1. There's a 7 and 64. 7 and 64. Well, that might be your leader in the average. There's a 221.9 to go with that 221.2 in the first round. Good job, Tristan. Let's go back to the start and start in round number 3. Round number 3. Carter Ballin's going to be back in with I'd Blow You Away. Hip number 53. Our winner of the second round was Casper Roy on Outshine You with a 222.8. There's your go-round winner for round number 2. Well, Carter's going to get her done in an 8 and 79. 8 and 79. 214.8. 214.8 for Carter and I'd Blow You Away. Let's go to hip number 55. Here's Max Smith on Hickory's Blue Spade. Hickory's Doolin' Dude is what he's out of. Here's a horse that's owned by Brooke Pomerantz and bred by Brian and Janice Seville. Brooke has built this horse from start to finish. Mac gets to show him. A 212.7 and a 213.8 in the last 2 rounds. Well, a 783 plus 10, a 783 plus the barrier. 211.2, 211.2 for Max Smith and Hickory's Blue Spade. Hip number 56. Here is MM Smokin' Lena. Devin Wigmeyer back aboard the Smokin' Boonlet bred of 4-year-old gelding that he owns and operates. Bred by Robert and Lois Brickley. Pair no scores, but we're going to improve on that. 615, a 615 plus the 5, a 615 plus 5. A 218.9, 218.9 for Devin Wigmeyer and MM Smokin' Lena. Let's go to hip number 57. That's going to be SAQ, Tough and Stylish. Here is Ty Gordon back. A 215.8 in round number 2. Says he's got some brains and talent to be an amazing working rope horse. And he pulls out a leg, and it's going to be a 9 flat, 900, 900 plus the 5, plus the 5. 207, 207 even for Ty Gordon and SAQ Tough and Stylish. Let's go to hip number 58. Hip number 58 is Dry Pep Holodoc Yellow. They call him. Tristan Woolsey and Cora Borman own this horse here. Here's 218.1 and a 218.6 coming at you. Ooh, on a stronger one. Good job, fellas. Going to pantyhose him and finish off with an 8 and 22. 8 and 22 to stay in the deal. 222.3, 222.3. Gotta like it. All right, let's go to hip number 59. Hip number 59, your winner from the last round. Casper Roy is back on Outshine You. Here comes Friday, owned by Rick Butler and Casper Roy. Sailing to the top is who this horse is out of. Well, there's a draw if I haven't seen one compared to the last run. Here is a 7 and 08, a 7 and 08, 221.5 for Casper Roy and Outshine You. Here's hip number 60. Hip number 60 is going to be Carter Ballin back on Give a Little Bit. 205.9 and a 211.1 in the last 2 rounds. Carter Ballin going to be roping on Give a Little Bit. They call him Lil Bit. Breeders' Elite eligible pony right here. And an 830 plus 5, an 830 plus the 5. 212.2, 212.2. Here is hip number 61, a little E, not Italy, little E. DT, not so little anymore, by Hickory Holly Time, Keely Bonnett, the owner and rider, 215.9 and a 219.2. There it is. Going to be plus 5 in the field, 737, 737 plus 5, 737 plus 5. 217.2, 217.2. Let's go to hip number 63, High Sailing Boonsmall. Logan Spady, Your winner from round number 1 on this pony right here. High Sailing Boonsmall by High Sailing Witch. Logan Spady owner, Logan Spady rider. It was a 221.4 in round number 1, a 220.7 in round number 2. Looking to improve on that in this 4-year-old mare. And another pantyhose is going to be a 6 and 6-2, 6 and 62. 220.9, 220.9, hanging out in the average air, going to be one of our taller callbacks. Let's go to 64, is going to be Weaver's Tough MS Boone, ridden by Bevan Wigmeyer. Clint Weston going to be helping out. Of course, he's the owner as well. 6-year-old mare, Murata they call her, by I'm a Tough Lena. 217 and a 219.3 in the last 2 rounds. All right, we're cleaning the field, 756, 756. 219.5, 219.5 for Devin Wigmeyer, the Westons, and Weaver's Tough MS Boone. All right, here comes hip number 65. Hip number 65, Datna Shifty Cat by Automatic Cat. The Hardens are back with Big Nose Kate. Been a pair of no scores. We're going to change that right now. 12 foiling going to be at the front end. There we go. Going to be an 892, 892 plus the 10, 892 plus 10. 203.6, 203.6 to get on the board. Let's go to hip number 66. It's Ozzy Butler. BSR Butler's main man is who he's by. Doug Wilkinson, the breeder. Rick Butler, Casper Roy, going to be the owners here. They were 212.6 and 211.7 in the first 2 rounds. Let's see what Casper and Trey can get put together here on this good 4-year-old gelding from Rick Butler and Casper Roy. There it is. How about a 7 and 37? 7 and 37. 220.7. 220.7. Good run for Casper Roy and Ozzy Butler. Let's go to hip number 67. Z-Bar Royal Sailor. Red Havern is back on the Z-Bar and Royal King bred. 4-year-old gelding was a 211.8, a 205.9. Brett Buss helping out in the front end, and it's going to be a 7 and 43, 7 and 43 plus the 5. 215.1, 215.1 for Rhett and Z-Bar Royal Sailor. Let's go to hip number 68. Hip number 68, Wrangler's Jet Fire by Smokin' Boonsmall. Here's a Fallen West Ranch, Chad Thompson owned horse. Tristan Woolsey going to be showing him off here for us today. And he has done that in the last 2 rounds, 221.2, 221.9. Well, here's a 6 and 1-3, 6 and 1-3 to finish out the 3rd round. Hey, 223.4. Gotta like it for Tristan Woolsey and Wrangler's Jetfire. That is our go-around winner for round number 3 with that 223.4. Good job, Tristan.